Yeah, see what it is, can you?
Oh, what's bright? Holy cannoli. Crap, smacker, tagger, lacro. Nah. Good evening, everyone.
It is bright today.
It is bright. Or is it always this bright? I don't
know.
I'm going to turn it down.
It feels a bit brighter.
Look how professional we are. We are 100%. Oh, look, it's not as bright. There we go.
Oh, that's so much better.
Ta-da!
Yeah. Oh, wait, now let's see.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome.
You can't see it, but there's a skull in there.
Well, some people might have ads. Oh, man, I'm so sorry.
Never know when that's going to happen.
Right?
Hi, guys.
Good evening,
yeah,
Earthlings.
We don't know. It did it for me, too.
I don't know what's with the ads.
I don't know.
Right, Aaron? It's a little weird. We saw
everybody.
It. It is what it is. What it is. What it is. Davina, Sean, Carol, Jeff, Relax, ASMR. How are you doing tonight? Richard Gibson, yo, Mr. Geek Me Out, Sean Turner, Santa Claus, you're a little too early, man. William Castle, Back from the Dead, Amy Dreyer, Elvis Stooges, Alan, Shadow One, Logan, a lot of new names here today.
I haven't actually,
Jamaica.
You guys probably know me as having my big black hats in general, and I wore this one for tonight's video. It's kind of velvety, so it's really floppy. I need to starch it so it stays, but...
And it's very much like
Test for Echo.
Malachi from Children of the Corn. Thanks for the fun and good times. Red. Test for Echo 2112. We are glad you were here.
Super floppy hat.
So here's the thing. Welcome to another night, another edition, another... I can't believe we're still doing this. It's a Saturday night. Welcome to another night of Grim All Night. Basically, what is this, like the 15th time we finally got it? Basically, if you were old enough to remember USA Up All Night, hosted by the wonderful Gilbert Gottfried and Rhonda Shear, we are nothing like them. We play worse movies.
They're about the same.
Yeah. Well, no, what? Sometimes we play really good movies. Other times we just kind of like... tonight, we're playing Children of the Corn. Which, you know what? Looking back on it, growing up and watching this movie, it was pretty terrifying. Now watching it, we kind of watched it the other day. It's a little bit dated. It's called classic-y. It's slow.
It is, yes. I remember growing up and people were like, "Oh my god, this movie!" I don't often have the same reaction.
Hello, Susie.
As most people do for the older horror films, even if I was like around the same age when it came out as most people who were like really loving it. I don't know. It was not one that I fell in love with, but I could respect it.
Right?
Yeah.
It is a cult classic right up there with Salem's Lot, also written by Stephen King. If you grew up loving this movie, you're going to love it. If this is the first time you're watching this movie, this might be one of the worst movies you've ever watched. But it's a cult classic. I love it. Jessica loves it. It's just, you got to watch it. We got popcorn. I almost cooked like ear corn.
No, I didn't.
We're cream of corn. But we got jokes tonight. Hopefully everybody had a good turkey day. Wherever you are.
Hopefully everybody had a good
holiday,
Thursday.
Right? Have a good Thursday. That's it.
We do.
Good night.
The casket is packed away.
Kidding. What?
The candy casket.
Aaron, yes. Was Aaron asking about it?
M.
Sorry, Em. Yeah, everything. Look at this. Look how clean these shelves are back here. Thanks to Jessica. The boxes are slowly starting to grow. And we're getting everything ready a little over a month before we hit the road. Our trip plan is done. Uh-oh.
Well, the what do you call it?
Our
itinerary.
Our itinerary.
Yeah.
Of everywhere we are going to be stopping, dates, times, places that we're going to be stopping and filming. I think it's
cool.
13 days on the road is what it came out to. What's that?
It says our link still says High Spirits.
What? It still says High Spirits. Let me see. Hold on. Let me correct that if not.
Oh, missed.
All right. So with that being said, I'm going to go over here and look real quick just to make sure. Where am I? I'm lost in my own YouTube world.
Well, how do you have it up there?
Let's see here.
I love Storm of the Century. Give me what they want, and I will go away, okay?
Nope. Okay, so somebody who said that the link is still high spirits, you need to redo what you type says high spirits. Well, no, wait, where?
I don't know.
So go ahead and refresh your browser because it should say Children of the Corn. It should. Yeah, everything should say Children of the Corn. Are there going to be previews? No, there's not going to be any previews. Yeah, so if you clicked on this to bring it up before I went through and changed everything, it probably still says high spirits. But if you go ahead and refresh it, it should say Children of the Corn. Everything is right with that. I feel like we're going out of... I cleaned the webcam, and yet I feel like it probably made it worse.
I don't know. Webcams can be a little finicky. We were using something different before, but it was kind of difficult to use, and this is like an easier setup. And it's a better quality, but they are a little finicky with their focus.
Do you guys want to hear some jokes? I got 2 jokes pertaining to Children of the Corn.
Do it.
All right. You ready? You ready? What kids' restaurant do the Children of the Corn eat at? Shuck E. Cheese.
I'm never going to get these then. If that's the content, I'm never going to get these.
Come on. Shuck E. Cheese?
Oh man, that's a good question. I do not remember what the original Tombs and Night of the Living Dead had on them. I think it was Blair and Myers.
What's that?
Where we went filming.
Blair and Myers, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Such a dad joke. Oh, you are 100% correct. Children of the Corn. What kind of music do they love listening to? Chris Cornell. You could have said corn, but that would have been too easy.
Too easy.
Too easy. Come on. We're adults here. Actually, I have them saved on my phone. Hold on. I got more. Don't judge me.
I'm not judging. I gotta take the hat off though. It's messing with me.
Go ahead. Take the hat off.
Yeah. Because like the bowl of the hat, I really need to do my hair too. Look at this. Look at these roots. Wow. I'm gonna be fresh in probably like a week or so. I think I'll do my hair. But
See, Sierra liked it. Like, what kind of horror movie do the Children of the Corn watch? Which is funny because it is a horror movie. From Husk Till Dawn. 3 for 0 or 0 for 3, depending on how you look at it. Another interesting fact about tonight's movie. We're going to get to all this stuff. We're just kind of like...
I didn't dye my roots black. Those are just my natural roots.
Did you know that the character in this movie who played Malachi, who's the guy in the hat, do you know what else he played in? He played a very, very famous part in a movie, but you never see his face.
No.
He played Cousin It in the new Addams Family movies with Christina Ricci and Angelica Houston.
Is that the redhead? Or
no, Cousin It, the one with all the boy with the hat, the little boy with the hat.
Which is funny because the redhead, isn't he in The Burbs?
I don't think that's the same character. Very close, but not right.
They look really similar.
Right?
Yeah.
So who?
I missed that. Thank you, Dale.
Dale.
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, Dale. Thank you, Dale. What did it say? Did it say anything?
No message. But thank you.
Well, thank you, Dale. Much appreciated.
Really I saw the little notification at the top, and I was like, I didn't see nothing. It went by really fast.
Before, who here is this their very, very first Grim Life Up All Night watch party? Grim Up All Night watch party. Oh, I had it backwards,
okay.
did I? Isaac is the black clothes kid. God dang it.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
So,
Oh no, I got it right. They said Courtney Gaines is also in the Burbs. Yeah. Ha!
first, sixth watch party. Oh, man.
Wow, they keep coming back.
Right? Why? Oh my gosh, why?
You like me.
All right, so let me tell you a little bit about all this stuff first, and then we got some news. Daniel, we got some new news for you. So this is how we do this. We do these watch parties, and it's live off the cuff. It's just kind of whatever, huh? We started doing the watch parties when everything started going crazy and everybody was stuck at home during quarantine.
What has become of my life?
And it's just our way of like hanging out with you guys. I feel like I got something in my tooth. I'm just picking it on camera. Look at that for the world to see.
I have corn stuck in my teeth already, and I'm only like 5 minutes in. It's bugging me so bad.
Instead of going out and making videos whenever all this stuff started going down of like, let's find the toilet paper. Who has the toilet paper? We decided we're going to be at home watching these horror movies by ourselves. So let's invite you along with us. We get to hang out, be supportive for each other. And we've been doing it nearly every single Saturday, sometimes Friday, sometimes Sunday, sometimes never week since then. It's been a long time. No Angry Orchard tonight, Jason. I'm trying to
we haven't had
watch things back for a while. I thought about getting some tonight, but instead
you said that you had news that you were.
I got Monster.
Up. Yeah, I thought you were.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
It's okay.
The new way to watch movies. Yeah. So you need 2 devices in order to watch our watch parties. One, you can just hang out with us and we'll talk to you. We'll answer your questions. We'll interact with you guys. Or if you want to say, screw the Grims, we don't want to talk to you guys, you can watch the movie. The link is in the description below the chat.
Daniel, I still want somebody to explain the seashell in every time I want to say the name of this
Screw you guys, I'm going home. You better be home.
Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone, where he's on ice and they thaw him out. You guys know. I know. Demolition Man. Thank you. Demolition Man. I still don't understand the seashells from Demolition Man. In place of toilet paper, there are seashells.
Oh, okay. So back to what I was saying. So yeah, you can either watch us or you can watch the movie, or you can watch us both at the same time. The video will always be on here. You can go back. Hopefully, if anything, we are introducing you to a movie that you haven't seen before, or a movie that you've enjoyed,
or just an old classic that we can rewatch together and refresh on, because I haven't seen this since I was a kid.
And I always find a way to bring your grandma into it. If you absolutely hate Children of the Corn, tell your grandma it's a wonderful movie. Make her watch it while you feed her popcorn or throw popcorn at her head. Don't make fun of me. I'm just kidding. I'm sure your grandma's really nice. I'm not going to bring your grandma into it.
Did she? I don't remember her explaining it.
Breaking news from Michael. Okay. If you go to grimlifecollective.com to buy a shirt, our shirts are turned off. You can't buy a shirt right now because the pre-order is done. The orders have been shipped. Well, I'm sorry. The orders are in.
They're submitted.
They're submitted. We're waiting for the company to call us up and say, hey, come pick them up.
Yeah.
And then as soon as we get them, which is what we're waiting on, holiday, Thanksgiving, stupid. Well, you know what I mean. We're going to get them. And we're going to ship them out to you guys. Dale. So do you want a copy of my 1,000 movie filming locations addresses? What is your favorite food? The 1,000 movie filming locations address. I'm going to, real quick. I mean, you can send it if you like. When it comes to filming locations, and that's not all that we do. And usually we try to pick some very obscure horror stuff. So we'll gladly take a look at it.
I'm too pale for it to focus
right?
on
I don't know what's going on. We are planning some pretty amazing stuff. We already have a lot of things planned out, but we'd love to take a look at it, Dale. So thank you. Jessica, what is your favorite movie food?
I feel like I kind of have a couple. It's focusing on you. I feel like my hair maybe sometimes blows it out, but or you're darker than me. You actually tan. I don't. Sometimes I'm so pale that like it blows out the camera. That's so sad. It really depends on my mood whether I'm wanting something that's salty or sweet. Usually
You're a lot more snackier than I am during these movie things.
Like I do really enjoy a good popcorn, like traditional popcorn and soda, but sometimes I need to have like candy, so I'll usually get something like Twizzlers or gummy bears if I'm in the theater because that's usually the only thing they have that I will like. But if I'm bringing candy into the theater, I'm bringing tropical Skittles.
Lost my train of thought. Dale, you threw me off for a minute there. What was I saying before all that?
I don't know.
I don't remember either.
You know I don't remember nothing.
Oh, yeah. So we're waiting on the T-shirts to come, and then we're going to ship them out to you guys. Yeah. And once we do that, once they get here...
The order is in with the printers. We're just waiting to...
They'll be back up there. We should have anywhere between probably about average of 5 to 6 shirts per size.
No.
We don't know exactly. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
So that's why we turned it off, so that way we don't oversell and then we're out of stock, because we're not going to be ordering them for a while. So we don't know exactly how much we're going to have just yet until we get the counts and we get everything shipped out. So if you got in on the pre-order, awesome, you're guaranteed a shirt. Some of them are glow in the dark. Some of them are an orange variant. That was the big news. Made headway with the shirts. All right. Also, before the movie starts, if you want to help out with the Grim Life Collective in any way, shape, or form, just remember, always watching our videos and sharing the videos and sharing them, especially with your grandma. I'm never going to let that go. It's the best way to help the Grim Life to still make videos. But if you want to help out, you can contribute with via PayPal, Super Chat. You can become a Patreon postcard member. All that stuff is in the description below. I don't want to sound like a commercial, but every little bit of contribution helps, especially with everything that's going on. Daniel just says that while you're watching the movie, which don't watch it until midnight, if you need to sync up with us, all you gotta do is yell out tramp stamp, and we'll tell you the time. That's it for news. As far as I'm concerned, do you have any other news?
No.
Okay. With that, we got like 10 minutes. That was quick. We gotta be slower. We gotta ramble more. Yeah.
Hi, Bella.
I don't know what else to say.
These are from Wise. I don't know if they're everywhere. I think they're only like an East Coast kind of brand. But they kind of, you can't see it, but they actually kind of glow in black light, which I think is weird. Because I guess it's just like the peanut oil, but it's garlic and onion. We've not seen Freaky yet. We're going to catch it when it comes out on December 4th.
Yeah, so I want to see it really bad. But we're not going to go to the theater and seeing it. So on December 4th, it's going to be able to rent from home. So we're going to do that. Amy asks, what stops are going to be, where are we going to stop on the way from here to California? I can't tell you that. Because if I told you that, what phone would it be? You'd have to, it's got to be a surprise, right? I tried sharing some of them with Jessica. Was it yesterday when we were out?
Hmm. I don't remember.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot.
There is a lot. About 9 pages worth. Let's see. Below, who's your favorite horror character? Who's your favorite horror character?
I can never answer that question. There's too many.
Well, right now, if you could choose one. What's the first one that comes to mind?
Questions like that just make my mind go blank. And I start thinking of like, I don't feel like I've watched like a horror movie in a while. I'm really into, I watch a lot of sci-fi and a lot of anime. And I can't think of the last, because like when I watch stuff, I don't go, oh yeah, this is gory horror. Like everything just seems like it's in one category to me, and I don't.
All right. Let's see what else we got. First filming location, Jeff asks. I don't even remember what the very first filming location was. For YouTube, I'm not entirely sure. For what was the website, grimlifecollective.com, back in the day, because before it was a YouTube channel, before we made videos, I would take pictures and visit places and write them on a website. I don't remember what it was.
Like first video or first movie filming location, do you mean?
No, they're asking what filming location.
We're still heading to California, yeah. We didn't have one in my city. Crosswalk. We didn't have a local horror host.
I just want to get the damn movie started. Got like 9 more minutes.
Favorite dark comedy. Does What We Do in the Shadows count as dark comedy?
That would be a dark comedy, yeah.
Oh yeah, if you go into Grim Life Collective and go to videos, there should be a little toggle bar at the top where you can view like oldest to newest videos, or like an order of length and things. There should be like viewing options of how they'll sort the list for you. And I believe you can do it from oldest videos to newest videos. So you will see the first video ever posted to Grim Life Collective.
Oh God.
So all the old content is there.
Yeah, and all of its disgusting glory.
And if you do that, you'll probably come back with a lot of questions. No, I'm not in the beginning. I didn't join Grim Life Collective until the last 3-4 years. So it's been going for a lot longer than that. And you'll see some other people in it that are not me.
The P.O. Box still is open, so if you do want to send us something that is strange and unusual, the address is listed in the description below.
We check it a couple times a week.
Yeah. So we're always looking at it. It's going to be open till we move, which is January 2nd. And then we're going to have the mail forwarded to us, and it's going to be shut off. We'll try to keep you guys in the loop of that. Somebody says that they're excited for whenever we take on California. It's not just going to be California. It's going to be all kinds of places. But somebody always says, like,
I love the white hair.
When you're going to California, why would you go there? There's so many people out there doing so many different things. That's fine. We're not everybody else. We do our own little thing. And just today we were talking, like, some of the videos that we're already planning, I don't think really anybody has done yet. Or if they did, it's long buried. You know, we kind of have a very interesting, very dark, twisted interest. So
if you can
be on the watch out.
When you send it, if you send me, this goes for anybody. If you send something to us and you want us to let you know when it's received, make sure that there is a card or some kind of a note where you tell us what your handle is for whatever social media. Like you could just put in there Instagram, find me under this, or my name under Twitter, or this is me from Facebook or something. And I am more active under Instagram stories.
Trying to get that.
But those only last for 24 hours. So I try to go back and re-show things occasionally. And sometimes I'll show it on here, but not everybody wants us to show things that they send. So if you would like to, make sure you include like a note or something that that's okay, because a lot of people's accounts are also private. So if your account is private, I won't show it or mention it.
Somebody said that it's not earthquakes, it's Michael burping. That's not true, because although my burps are pretty rigorous at times, it's not earthquake causing, and I'm not over there on the West Coast, so it's not me.
I don't remember if I knew that much about Grim Life Collective when Michael and I first got together. We were friends for a long time, and I know that we talked about a bunch of geeky stuff. But at the time, I mean, this was like, we were friends for like 5 years, you know, so this would have been like 9 years ago. And I was not a big YouTube person back then. I barely had any social presence back then at all, actually. So like, I kind of knew that like he did a thing, you know, but like, I don't remember. I guess I can say I wasn't like an active fan of Grim Life because I wasn't really aware of what it was, other than it was like same interest as what I had, and I thought it was cool. But I was never, 9 years ago especially, I was not like I don't even think I signed up for YouTube until like 4 years ago or something like that. Like not that long ago. I might do some makeup videos soon. I kind of just got, honestly, a bit overwhelmed with like packing and making sure that I take time out for like my mental health, because I get overwhelmed really, really easy. And packing is very stressful. So I'm not really creating any content. I probably won't be really creating any content again until we're in our apartment in California, which won't be until like the end of January, probably.
Speaking of new content, I feel like we've had like not really a big lull. Recently we had the Halloween 2018 filming locations video come out, and then we did the strangest filming locations. And that, believe it or not, filming location videos take a lot out of you. Lining up shots, preparing different things, and just a lot of traveling, a lot of like, you know, location hopping.
Because they're not like right down the street from each other.
Right.
Never are they like down the street from each other.
So we did those two, and then we had about a week. We did a Grim Up All Night. We're doing this tonight. Tomorrow's Sunday. Monday, we're hitting the road again for almost like a day and a half. And we're going to be doing... We're going to be doing a lot of filming. This time, we're not doing any filming locations. We're doing true crime and some famous graves are the next week and a half worth of videos. So be on the lookout for that. A very big famous location that started a whole bunch of things, a whole movement. And 2 famous graves and a couple other historical spots. We got a long day packed.
The ginger boy was not Cousin It. It's the other kid.
Correct.
With the black hat. I don't know his name. I haven't seen Children of the Corn since probably like sometime in the 90s.
How do you usually approach property owners to get permission to film? Very good question. After the Halloween 2018 video came out, we've been swamped with people asking us specifically for the phone number of the homeowner, or how do you get in touch with this person? I want to get in touch with that person. Jeff Davidson, thank you so much. Thank you. Tip 666 or tip 4999, either one.
Thank you so much. Yours pops up before mine does. Mine's like on a lag.
Spooky. Sometimes it's backwards. When it comes to approaching anybody, filming locations are one thing. True crime and murder locations are another. Mm-hmm. But our general rule of thumb is anytime that we approach anybody with a camera in hand or any kind of interest, always be as respectful as possible. And let it be known why you're there. Don't try to skate around it.
Don't try to lie to them, because you'll just upset them by being disrespectful. But honestly, like with Halloween and with the strangers, and there was another filming location. I can't remember which. We honestly ran into them by chance.
Mm-hmm. A lot of it's luck.
Yeah, a lot of it was big luck. So we do not even have any way to suggest to you how to contact them. We don't have a phone number. We don't have an address. It was really just pure luck of running into people. And, you know, like in conversation, you know, because they say that you have a camera and, you know, sometimes they're polite and they start talking. And then they'll be like, oh, well, you know, and that's honestly how it happens most of the time.
Mm-hmm. We do a whole hell of a lot of planning, though. I mean, it's disgusting the amount of planning that goes into what we do.
Yeah.
But most of what you see, pretty much 99% of what you see on camera is all impromptu.
Mm-hmm.
It's all made up on the spot. You never know what's going to happen. We're always afraid that it's going to be a boring as hell video, but it turns out to be something we're very proud of, actually.
Like, honestly, half the time we're standing out on the street filming something, and people will come up to us and talk to us and or introduce themselves, and that's how we meet people who are property owners and things like that. Like, when people see you respecting their boundaries and respecting their property line, chances are not they may actually introduce themselves. But if for most people who don't respect their privacy and their property lines, and if you cross that boundary, they'll ignore you because they find that disrespectful. So, you know, you always have to, you wouldn't want like somebody just wandering into your yard, you know, whether you had a famous home or not, you know.
So let
just
me
treat everything with respect, and sometimes things just come your way.
We'll continue talking about this, but let's get the movie started because it is time. So we're going to do a countdown. And I see everybody who's like, it's movie time. It's 11:01. I get it. I get it. Just hang tight. We didn't forget about you guys.
I talk a lot sometimes.
I talk a lot too. We talk a lot. We're telling a story, folks. Which reminds me, look, now I'm dragging it on. Ooh, which reminds me, we haven't done a commentary watch party of one of our videos in a long time. Maybe next week, instead of playing a movie, we'll do a commentary. Tramp stamp. 0. Ready?
Now.
3. Oh, get your movie ready. If you don't know where the movie is, it is in the description. Hopefully you guys know it all. Most of you have been here before. 3, 2, 1. Hit play. And if you come across any kind of ads, feel free to skip it. This is not our video. I just enjoy. We're all about the stories.
Me out. I have a love-hate / respect kind of fallout with Christmas. I like how Christmas, for most people, is just a time to be around family, and it's something filled with bright lights and Christmas trees and, you know, fresh baked pies and things like that. Christmas means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Christmas to me is not a happy time. I get very depressed around that holiday. So, like, I like the idea of Christmas trees, Christmas lights, things like that, little Santas, you know, and ornaments and stuff like that. But anything outside of that parameter, I don't enjoy. But I respect people who do, and I would never be negative about somebody else's holiday.
Same thing with me. And I think that's why we get along so well when it comes to like Christmas.
Like, my mom loves Christmas, so I'll do things with her that are Christmas oriented that are not normally something that brings me joy or enjoyment or what have you, but because it makes her happy, I'm happy to partake in it with her.
I'm not a fan of Christmas either. There are quite a few things, some bad memories growing up that I don't. Every time I think of Christmas, it goes back to this one Christmas, and I can't get past that one Christmas in my head.
Yeah.
It's not like a bad, like something really bad happened. It's just a a sad, heartbreaking moment.
Really quickly, Amy, you are more than welcome to send us a Christmas card. Christmas cards are something else I do enjoy. I think they're really pretty. I think they're fun. You can send us any kind of card you like. I literally buy out Halloween cards just to send Halloween cards all year long because I'm a nerd. Especially when they go on discount, like the day after Halloween. I'm like, give me them! You're not going to upset me at all if you ever send me something that is Christmas themed, like a Christmas card or a Christmas gift or anything like that. To me, it's the heartfelt sentiment behind it. And I like glittery things and cute things and little Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeers, you know, things like that. But I have a very mixed emotion when it comes to the holiday. And I'm just respectful of other people's lives and how they live it. And I have my reasons. I don't want to go into it, but I'm not a Scrooge or anything, but I don't jump into like Christmas festivities or Christmas themed things or the holiday itself. It's like cupcakes. I like the idea of a cupcake. I like the outside look of a cupcake. But I don't like to eat them. I don't like cake. Cake or ice cream and stuff like that. I don't like it.
I wish I didn't like sweets as much as I do. I want to stop liking sweets.
I like to look at cupcake, and I like cupcake stickers and things like that, and I'll go, ooh, that's so cute, you know, but like, I actually hate what an actual cupcake is. I don't like frosting. I don't like cake. Oxymoron, I know, but, you know, there it is.
I kind of want to tell people about what we found out right before the watch party about the church.
Go for it. Christmas is very stressful for a lot of people, and we actually started our Grim Up All Nights around last Christmas because we know that the holidays are very stressful with people. We know a lot of people lose loved ones around the holidays. We know a lot of people are not welcome around their other family around the holidays, or just, you know, for whatever reason. There's a lot of different reasons why Christmas is very stressful and a very hurtful period for a lot of people. And we wanted to have a place where, you know, like a safe place where people could come and hang out and like be around other people with similar interests and like be able to chat and hang out and be like, hey, I don't have anywhere else to go hang out with anybody and I really need another body, you know, another person right now, you know, kind of, but like for the horror / weird community, you know what I mean? The holidays in general are very difficult for people for a lot of different reasons. And that's why when we wanted to be here for people. And it's we're basically coming up on our 1 year Grim Up All Night anniversary.
What are we going to do for that?
We started basically, I don't know if it was December or right before December, like around Halloween maybe. We've done a couple live videos, but not like this. We didn't even coin the Grim Up All Night, I think, until around Christmas.
You know what we have to do as a anniversary of our 1 year anniversary? The stand.
Don't do it. Trampy Stampy.
Tramp stamp. We're still at the very beginning. We're looking at, go ahead, call it out.
6 minutes and 35 seconds.
Maybe we should have like a special.
I definitely did not remember that as being the opening part of the movie. Anyway, go ahead.
Special stickers or something for the anniversary of Grim Up All Night.
We could. We just got Grim Up All Night stickers, actually.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and there's more stuff coming too.
Yeah, we sold out of the initial sticker pack that those were in if you wanted to get the stickers as a group and not individually. I'm going to be putting up 2 more sticker packs where basically you could either do the Grim Up All Night, the Bad Booty, the Pumpkin Knife, the We Are the Autumn People, and then you'll choose the sticker pack that either has the white ghoul or the orange ghoul for Grim Life Collective in it. So there's going to be 2 new sticker packs getting listed soon.
No.
Isn't it kind of odd that if you search for a movie on YouTube, let's say Children of the Corn full movie, right, which is what we're watching right now, it's for free. But at the same exact time, right next to it, there's a button that says buy or rent Children of the Corn while you're watching it for free. So it's odd, right?
But it's one. Thank you, Bigfoot guys.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Bigfoot. Sorry. All the holidays, Halloween, all that stuff. Everything's just been crazy. I'll give you all a tour to donate for one of your fans.
Which chapter from Tales of the Crypt? I love Tales of the Crypt. That was one of my favorite shows. Like, to this day, I will start humming a song, and for the longest time, I never realized what I was humming. And then it hit me one day that I was humming the opening tune to Tales from the Crypt. I don't know how long it took me to realize that. Years, probably, because I'm not obviously humming it in the correct, like, tune. And then I was like, wait a second. I've been humming Tales from the Crypt all that time. Which makes sense, but I love it. Is that Laura What's-Her-Face?
Linda Hamilton.
Yeah.
Terminator. Yes.
I didn't know that she was in this. I haven't watched this in so long. I know nothing about what we're watching right now. Like, I'm probably gonna go back at some point and like literally sit down and watch this movie without interruptions because I don't remember any of this.
It's on YouTube. You can go back and watch us too.
That is, well, that's not the same.
Because we're magical.
My hair is magical. I burped. Oh yeah, TV series Beauty and the Beast.
Tramp stamp, 10 minutes.
Are You Afraid of the Dark? I thought they did an amazing job. They're really the only people to... Okay, granted, this was not a reboot because I don't remember them ever doing any kind of a movie to Are You Afraid of the Dark? I think maybe they had a television show, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Can I remember that? But, oh no, I'm thinking Tales from the Dark Side. With the scarecrow. Scary Stories. Oh my god. They all have
Scary
like...
Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Thank you.
Yeah. That was a children's book.
They all have like such similar names. I cannot keep them straight. I'm just going to shut up now.
No, you're doing good. Aww.
Which are you most like, Santa or elf? I am obviously an elf, but I am also a bratty elf.
Well, okay, so I have a question for you.
I will cause havoc.
Do you have a favorite movie Santa? We're not big fans of Christmas movies, but if you were to pick a Santa from a Christmas movie,
okay,
what would be your favorite Santa? And they can go many ways. Like, is there a funny Santa, or how do I say this?
Well, when I think of a Santa, the very first thing that comes to mind is Tales from the Crypt Santa.
Really?
Yeah. That is the very first thing that comes to mind for me. What is Tales from the Crypt Santa?
So we said Kurt Russell, Bad Santa
Yeah.
TV series. And
Outside of that, like a family film is Tim Allen's because my mom loves that movie.
for some
I've
reason,
seen it too much.
when as much as a horror fan as I am, and I love the Tales from the Crypt, whenever I think of like Santa and Christmas movies, I immediately go to Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that. See, I never liked that. I never liked Miracle on 34th Street.
I like the predicament, the story that of that Santa. You know, where I don't know.
I hate that movie. I don't know why. There's some movies that like became classics.
I figured if you step back, right? I learned that. I was just like, Drunken Santa, Jason. That's a good one. That's a good one. Miracle on Elm Street.
I
My favorite Christmas movie, though, is It's a Wonderful Life. Big Jimmy Stewart fan.
I've never seen that one either.
We might
On
have
purpose.
I might have to make you watch it.
I know you love him, but I don't. I so don't.
Why don't you like
Okay.
Jimmy Stewart?
I don't know.
I even went to like Jimmy
I don't
Stewart
know.
Museum in his hometown.
He annoys me. Want to smack him?
I'm gonna stop.
Probably one of my first memories of the first one that comes to me as parts of a Christmas are in musicals, actually, because my mom raised me on musicals. And it wasn't like Christmas, but it was Meet Me in St. Louis, because I'm from St. Louis, and that was Judy What's-Her-Face. So
Rich, I've never seen that movie.
it's a lovely movie. It has Halloween in it, even. So you see Halloween, you see Christmas. Judy Garland sings a bunch, and you know you gotta love her because she's got an amazing voice, and she was really young in that. A Night Before Christmas, yeah, is obviously a favorite. And then Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, and again, it's not like straight out a Christmas scene, but it's snow. We got a lot of snow where I grew up. We would have 6 feet of snow, be like literally snowed in, and walking on top of cars, but like down the center of the street, you know. Oh, we have those spiders here. Those are orb weavers. They make beautiful big webs. And if you get close to them, they'll bounce on their web. It's really cute. Creepy music is abound. You know what? Honestly, I didn't realize that this came out in 1984. Now, knowing that, this movie makes so much more sense.
It's back when horror was awesome.
Back when it was like a slower built up story before it became like slasher. Now, granted, you know, the slashers really started in the 70s, but it wasn't like an immediate jump into cinema that every movie, every horror would become a slasher, because before that, most of them were more slow moving. Oh yeah, I forgot he's also in Chucky. Oh, White Christmas. Yeah, I grew up a lot on White Christmas. I could probably sing that movie line for line too. I grew up on a lot of musicals. Seven Brides for Seven Brothers is also one of my favorite films. I will sing. Okay, so you guys have. Was it last time when we all discovered that Michael won't sing for me? But he likes to bring up his singing accomplishments in school, and I'm like, you don't get to mention those because you won't sing for me. That you guys, if you weren't a part of that live, I'll remind you that I am a belter. When I sing full force. Like, I don't know how to just like chill. I don't know. But so I grew up on musicals and theater. Though we didn't have theater at my school, I wonder what that would have been like. if we actually had like a theater class or group in my school. I may have actually joined that, but anyway. So like if I hear a musical on in the background that I know the words to, I will join in for the entire length. Can you imagine driving through nowhere and you ran over a kid? How freaked out you'd be. Run over everybody, I'd be freaked out. Guys and Dolls is a great one, yeah.
Would you say corn has a smell?
Of course it does.
If you're standing in a cornfield, how come you don't smell corn?
Because the corn that you're smelling is cooked and sugared. Most corn is sugared. Ooh. Bubbles. One of my other favorites is actually a black and white called Arsenic and Old Lace. Like, I am over the moon for that movie. If we're talking about old movies still. Don't watch me eat my cuticles. It's a terrible habit.
Thank you, Bigfoot guys. We'll be in touch.
Corn has no nutritional value. It is correct. And the human body does not digest corn.
I don't like eating corn. I really don't. Like, corn isn't everything for the most part. But straight up
Right,
corn,
absolutely. That's a classic.
I don't like eating corn by itself anymore. I just don't.
Crypt Keeper. I love the Crypt Keeper. I did not know that, Christina. That's amazing. I love that.
What's that?
The Arsenic and Old Lace is based on a true story in Connecticut. Did not know that. Oh, Descendants was so good. It broke my heart when he died. Like, I just really, that hit me really hard. I love that so many of you guys actually know Arsenic and Old Lace. For the longest time, I would talk about that movie and nobody would know what it is. And I'd be like, oh, is this also in black and white? I love the grandmother. I think they're aunts, but the murderous aunts. Oh, I love them so much. Honestly, I can't even think about it without being like really emotionally upset about it.
Guess what tomorrow is?
What?
November 30th.
So?
We are no longer Universal pass holders.
Tomorrow's our last day?
Tomorrow's the last day. It's coming down to the wire here. Tomorrow's our last day as Universal Orlando pass holders, and the end of December is our last day of being Disney pass holders.
He was Jamaica. He was a really good actor, and he was probably my favorite out of the boys in the movie. Flowers in the Attic is good.
Never look at sugar cookies the same.
Tomorrow's the 29th? Well, technically today.
Today's the 29th.
Yeah, so today will be the 29th.
It's the 29th now. For all the...
I don't know if he's moving that soon. His lease isn't up until 2021.
Who's that?
Adam DeWoo.
Yeah, well, no, I think he said that he's
considering.
He said that he's not going to stay there to the end of his lease.
Okay. He usually doesn't anyway.
Right. He's going to probably break the lease and move wherever he wants, which is a smart thing.
So
Everybody does their own thing. He's been there for quite a while, and he's filmed a lot too. And we were talking about this, that he's probably moving because there's more stuff for him to film elsewhere.
He's rarely home because he travels so much.
Yeah, and we're rarely home because we travel so much. So that's why we're moving to a place where we haven't filmed, so we can have a whole new
It makes sense for him to find a place that has lower rent if he's barely ever home. You know, if I had to pay high rent for a place that I barely ever live in, and I'm not getting my funding from that state, like California has really high... the words just aren't working tonight. Minimum wage. So depending on where you are around LA, your minimum wage is like $13 or $15. So if you're not like actually working in LA or around LA, then why would you pay high rent, when you're not getting paid? I mean, he makes, I don't know how much he makes, but his videos do very, very well. I'm sure he's not hurting, but still, you wouldn't want to pay a high rent if you're barely ever home. So, like, if that were us, I probably wouldn't move too far from California, though. I'd probably move to, like, Nevada or something.
For what?
If we were, like, hardly ever home, but our base was in LA, but didn't want to pay, like, such high rent because we're hardly ever home, I probably wouldn't move terribly far from California. But he's been there. He's a native to California, though.
No,
so
he's from Florida.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. St. Cloud.
He's been in California a long time.
Somebody asked, any chance of visiting old Hollywood graves out in California? Well, Christina,
cool,
you are
Daniel.
in luck. Because once we get settled, probably around mid-February, we're going to start a series every Tuesday is the plan to do something called Tombstone Tuesdays, where we're going to bring you a famous grave from California, old school Hollywood, new school Hollywood. But every Tuesday, you're going to get something new.
Yeah, I lived in New York for like 6 years, and I mean, the rent there is pretty comparable to LA, and I worked in New York, so I was earning
Tombstone
New York wages,
Tuesdays.
so it wasn't a big deal,
Tombstone Tuesdays. Tit-tease.
I think that's what we call
Tit-tease.
Okay, people go crazy for sleepaway camp, right?
I love it. Jessica just...
I appreciate the ending. I appreciate it's disturbing as hell. The ending, the last like 2 minutes is really disturbing. Not because of what he is, because of how they filmed the shot. But
we're gonna meet.
I think Return to Sleepaway Camp I liked better. I think I like the second one better.
We're gonna be talking with Felicia Rose in about a week and a half. There's Spooky Empire's December pop-up. Joe Bob Briggs is going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Felicia Rose, Riku Browning. We're really excited about finally really sitting down again with Riku and having him sign a bunch of stuff.
Show them what you got.
Oh yeah.
Show them your new baby.
Hold on.
I had to make him buy this for himself. Oh, it does work.
What's that?
Cool. It went fuzzy, so I leaned back and it worked.
All right. Pajama types. I got two. I'm going to show you these.
Pajamas.
Okay.
Mine got pumpkins on it, and his had grumpies.
All right. So the classically deceased. The classically deceased is not here. Or are you here, the classically deceased? Because this one could be for you. Back up. Forward.
No, I got to lean over here, apparently.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
So, when it comes to Trick or Treat Studios, Mass, I'm obsessed. We have... Daniel, this is breaking news. We have the very first 1978 Halloween Michael Myers mask. We have Halloween Part 2 Michael Myers mask. And now we have one of the variants Michael Myers mask. This one with the bleeding eyes.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I think that might be my favorite.
Yeah, this one's pretty darn amazing. From the end of Halloween Part 2.
Can I kiss it?
Go ahead, kiss it. Pretty freaking awesome, right? So, another mask. But this one here, this is a big one.
Oh, thank you, Daniel.
I love this. This one's actually kind of heavy.
It's big. The detail is so beautiful, though.
It's massive.
It looks like it's just shiny, but that's actually gold paint.
Mm-hmm.
The detail is so lovely.
So the plan is we're going to meet Riku Browning, the guy who played the creature from the Black Lagoon in the swimming scenes. He's the only person that's living he is the only living person who played a Universal monster. So we're gonna
Still
get him,
living.
so we're gonna get him to sign the head,
Bald spot.
right, and then display him properly in the house.
Yeah.
But it's massive. I mean, look at this
Yeah.
thing. And if you look in here, it's
It's so
got
big.
Velcro, so
Yeah.
it can actually be held together. But it's massive. It's cool. I'm excited.
Yeah. Hopefully
I had
he
a
still
show.
attends.
Yeah.
If not, he needs to be safe, and we appreciate having gotten to meet him before. And last year? When we did Spooky Empire for our first time. We did a video on that, and we got to meet him then. Why we didn't have him sign something, I will never know.
Well, we sat down with them and talked with them.
I know, but I think we got so excited that he agreed to do a Grim Life interview with us that we forgot to have him sign something. It happens.
So that's that.
Yeah, we bought a poster. We're waiting for it to come in. We're hoping that it gets here before we go out. But if not, obviously, we're going to buy a print from him.
Yeah. Yeah, you know the
Mondo.
Yeah, it's a Mondo poster that we have coming. Hopefully it gets here in time because we want him to sign it and have that displayed behind it. So we'll figure it out. Thank you, Robert. It was amazing. We were just talking about it the other day during that interview. Excuse me, that was my burp. LA had an earthquake.
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
What's that?
Daniel asked if we're still planning to augur out the t-shirts. Absolutely. We're absolutely
Yes.
going to do that for you, yeah.
And thank you for asking something like that. That's really cool. So
Hi, Comic
thank you.
Kid. Yeah, I'm gonna
Cantonese
I'm gonna,
Comic Kid.
like,
Hello.
I've never used a fabric pen before, so I'm gonna practice on an old T-shirt that I'm not keeping, and make sure that the ink works really well, and then we'll sign your shirt for you. Yeah, both of those are from Trick or Treat Studios.
Tramp Stamp.
I think the ones that we showed before,
29,
in a video we did
25.
a month or so ago, is also from, I think almost all of our masks are Trick or Treat Studios.
All of our masks are Trick or Treat Studios. Every single one of them.
We do not own a Phantom of the Opera mask, but I used to go see Phantom of the Opera on, not Broadway, because I didn't live near Broadway, but when Andrew Lloyd Webber Phantom of the Opera came through, I always went to go see it, and I will belt that one too.
The Phantom of the Opera mask. I want the Phantom of the Opera mask, but I really, 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 well, I'm gonna say the Phantom of the Opera mask, but I also really want the Bela Lugosi Trick or Treat Studios mask.
Yeah, that one's okay.
I'm gonna give you guys a little secret.
Oh, Classically Deceased, there he is.
Haha! Did you see it, class? I totally forgot today was Saturday.
He just
I'm
got
late.
here.
Oh shoot! Okay.
We were just showing some masks that we just got.
Classically Deceased. We got a new mask. We got 2 new masks.
We know that you'll appreciate it.
But this one. So now we have 3 Michael masks.
Mhm.
And then we also showed our new Creature from the Black Lagoon mask. But welcome back. Figured you might appreciate this one.
Jamaica, a lot of people gave him crap for doing Phantom of the Opera, Gerald Butler, but he did an amazing job for someone who's not classically trained. I think he did really, really well.
You're right, Robert. We need more. So here's the thing, okay? I have yet to get the Bela Lugosi trick-or-treat mask as Dracula. And I kind of want it before we move to California because, little secret, little hint, I'll let you guys know. One of the very
cool.
first videos that we're going to do
Thank you, Eric.
once we are in California is a pretty in-depth Bela Lugosi video. We have something very well planned, and it'd be awesome to have that for that, but we shall see how it goes.
The funny thing about Phantom of the Opera is that I don't know if a lot of people who, there are people who do musicals and do horror, but Patrick Wilson was in Phantom of the Opera. He was Raoul, Christine's love interest, and he is most notably known today for oh my god, not Annabelle, but the other one.
Excuse me.
Help me out here. Conjuring. Oh
Conjuring.
my god. Apparently I have vitamin B12 deficiency, brain loss, memory loss. So, and that, he felt it in that too. They all did. I have brain farts like constantly. It's terrible. I'm so gassy. He also did Hard Candy, which was a really good kind of psychological thriller, revenge horror, I guess you would call it. Yeah, Conjuring and Insidious, and in Phantom of the Opera, he played Raoul. And you don't often see people like commenting that. But yeah, Hard Candy is, I think, really underrated.
I have some breaking news. Oh, Eric says, tip 666. We recently got a black cat for my daughter. Named him Bella Lugosi. Eric, that's a great name
So
for
cute.
a cat. I'm glad you got him for her. So, great member of the family. You should send pictures. Jessica really loves pictures of cats.
I like kitties. Vitamin B12 now on sale.
All right, yeah. Daniel, get ready because we got some breaking news.
What?
You heard it here first,
what?
Folks.
What?
You ready? Vampires are not real. Unless you count Dracula.
We have different matters of opinion on that. Savage.
You can't do this to me.
It was a joke.
Don't joke about my livelihood.
Count Dracula? Dang it.
Oh, I get it now.
Pow!
That was the worst dad joke you've ever told.
I've impaled you. Boom, boom, bullshit.
Wow.
Nobody got it.
Nobody got it.
It's all right. Yeah, you're welcome. Think about it later on. I'm like a brain ninja. Ooh, snap, crackle, pop. They get worse.
That was so good. It was terrible. Yeah. Oh, there's a scythe. There he is.
Come on.
You know something's about to be good when that music starts creeping up like that. Oh, listen to that music. Oh man, that's good.
It's a pretty laid back night.
Probably just my golf bag.
Oh man.
What do you mean my shirt?
I figured we might have something we might need to watch.
Huh.
Next watch party. Let's see if it's on YouTube. Hold on. It's a big thing. People would love it. It's like a double feature, like we did with our Halloween. We watched that.
Is it an actual movie?
It's yes.
Like, I mean, I can't ask you questions without spoiling it, so I'll ask you later.
Just things that just dawn.
We never should have listened to that old fool. Hanford is 19 miles. Gatlin's only 3. How much collision they got? We're going there right now.
Oh. Obviously, you guys have seen the movie Creepshow. Most of you probably have. I'm guessing that most of you have also seen the movie Creepshow 2. I'm hoping you have. There is a segment. If you were to take the Creepshow movies and put them together as one, because I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but there is a segment in the Creepshow movies that scared the living crap out of me when I was growing up. Scared me. Even so much today, it still scares me. And guess what?
Don't they kill people after a certain age?
Oh, the adults.
At what age, though?
It was he who walked
We are going to be visiting one of the filming locations from a Creepshow segment on our trip out to California. And I'm actually a little scared.
Okay.
I'm a little scared because it's like the childhood, like fear, afraid of the dark kind of thing. And it's going to be rather interesting.
But let not the flesh move the corn. Cast him instead upon the road.
And so it was done. Joseph the betrayer was cast out.
I like how they talk.
Walks behind the road in faith.
He who walks behind the road is a bitch.
A man and a woman.
I ain't saying anything other than that. It's probably pretty easy to figure out, but I'm not going to confirm it, which creep show location we're going to visit. But you'll love it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a good night, Jamaica. Michael Wilson, can you answer my question? Possibly. I don't know what your question was. I probably missed it. Things kind of go by, so go ahead and answer it or ask it again, Michael.
Gatlin.
Tramp stamp test 4 echo. Let's see. Where are we at?
Yeah, so
39 minutes and 45
we
seconds.
talked about this in the past, but just a reminder, we love getting movie selections from you guys, but the reason why we don't choose a lot of titles that are suggested is because they are copywritten and we cannot show them or have them even playing in the background because of the musical score, etc. So we play what we have available to us that we can find on the interwebs via Facebook or YouTube, that we can actually play with you guys.
And a lot of times the movies that we choose...
It's not that we're not listening to you.
Yeah.
There's a lot that we would like to play that we can't.
A lot of the times, the movies that we choose them the day before, 2 days before. Kind of like, however,
Sometimes a little earlier.
yeah, something like depending on how the week goes. A lot of times, things will happen in the week that make us think of a certain movie.
Like
and
any
we're
of
like,
the
let's watch
classic
that.
slashers is not going to happen. Nightbreed is not going to happen. As much as we would love to watch, Michael and Jason and Freddy with you and anybody from the big classic movies that we all love. That's why they end up usually being like a little bit of a B-rate horror movies.
And Michael Wilson, the Halloween 2018 house was pretty darn phenomenal. Being a Halloween fan, and all of this I said in the video, and I'm not trying to like skirt it off that way. The Halloween house was, it was probably one of the coolest filming locations we've ever been to, at least for me.
It was really,
pretty much everything leading up
Ethan.
to that was really cool. I don't think that, well, I'm sure it's going to be out there, but up until now, our current, where we have been, it's one of the coolest.
The most impressive filming locations because we got to see so much in one place.
Yeah.
And honestly, The Conjuring was super cool, but the house was only used for like a few small scenes outside, and then the tree obviously was super cool. Like you could look at it and recognize some things, obviously, but it wasn't like using a house that was like filmed on the inside, and you could walk through a room and like match up things. You know, it was super cool.
What are you gonna do if you catch him?
Ask him where you find out. What else?
It was a good time.
Well, welcome, Tricka Monster. I dig it. I'm probably saying your name wrong. It is what it is. You got numbers in your name. That's why I'm saying it wrong.
Yeah, we tried to steal our car.
Thanks so much.
There's something very strange about this town.
Where are you from?
Which one's that?
Tricka.
Tricka Monster. Tricka.
I have a feeling they're in the UK.
Oh, thank you. Seattle.
Oh, Seattle. I was so far off.
So about a month we're gonna be on your coast. We're moving to the West Coast next month, and you never know. I've actually been looking at locations that we can go and visit in the Seattle area. So, oh man, things are happening. Oh, and I should tell you this. No, still in the works right now, but as long as the world continues, as long as the world gets better, I should say, as long as the world keeps getting up and things start to change for the better, there is plans that we are going to be at Days of the Dead, Las Vegas in May of next year. We're talking with them. So there's a possibility that we're either going to be as a guest there or media.
Star Trek acid parties. I'm not sure I want to know. Oh, I forgot I had chips. We are one of Nightmare Toys in Vegas.
Yes.
That place looks amazing.
Right now I'm trying to make some magic work with Planet Hollywood Hotel and Casino. So we shall see. Ooh, chip.
Are we going there?
Oh, I don't know.
Hi, Scott! Man.
Got a mouthful of chips. Scott, welcome. Excuse me. Oh, gosh.
I'm not going to mention it, but dude, I am so mad.
Oh, God. Jessica got some news today.
So upset.
I got some news today. And one of you guys got some news today that makes the world can suck it. But that's the world.
So fucking pissed off. I love you.
I don't keep dipping out because of the. I need to get a something here to put the drink on, so I don't have to keep dipping out. The coffin candy is packed. Aaron, everybody who's asking about it, the candy full of coffins. Wait, the coffin full of candy is packed, ready to roll.
My favorite growing up was Freddy. But if I had to choose a favorite slasher now, it would probably be Michael. Was that my friend from the Netherlands?
The classic lady said, she said, yay.
For what?
Because you said Michael.
Oh.
Michael Myers, the Halloween series, ever since I was a little kid, like, don't get me wrong, Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street gave me nightmares. Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th gave me nightmares. Halloween gave me nightmares. But Halloween, Michael Myers just seemed so freaking real to me. And I think that's the beauty of it, where, I mean, yeah, he's a supernatural being that can't die, that's always around. But the whole scenario of Halloween and the name is...
Hello, Australia.
It just seemed so real, like it could happen to me at any time. And it terrified me. And
That a murderous dude could walk down the street and come into your house.
yeah. And then it just plants that seed, it's like being afraid of the dark.
Or as soon as you hit the light switch, you got to run because demons are in the dark.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Demons.
Well, I grew up in the country, and they started having all these movies about like there being some random psycho out in the country, which is a very great possibility because there's some really crazy people in the country. So the chances just felt likely. Now there could be somebody just like out there watching you in the dark.
And you know what? I was thinking about this a lot earlier because, the Halloween storyline, right, is absolutely crap crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They've constantly screwed it up and redid it, and they redid it again. And I absolutely love it. It's for the most part, it's a mess. And they're constantly changing it, and I don't think it's done. They haven't put Michael Myers in space yet, though.
How would you get him there?
You know what? I don't know. How do you get Jason Voorhees in space?
They took his head.
Well, my cursor is gone.
Because we have a murder to report. We're standing here talking.
Vampires are your friends.
Well, fine, then you stay here.
Christina, Back to the Future is phenomenal. I grew up on Back to the Future. I love Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't love Back to the Future?
Weird.
Well, because, the reason why things like that seem very probable are because there are serial killers living next door to you is a real life thing. It's not isolated per any state or city. Every state or city has its, murderous crime. You just don't hear about it every single second of the day. But, I mean, Jesus Christ, just think of what Ted Bundy did. He literally just would walk up into, sorority houses and things like that, or grab people off the streets. And, when you hear about the people that did these things in real life, it makes horror movies much more of a probability of coming true. I think for me.
I'll tell you what. Why didn't you draw me a picture of you?
Also, like there was in the 80s, around the time that some of this stuff was coming out, or a little bit later, there was a really huge case of these, abductions that were like nationwide. Then the whole, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Started happening, and I think that really amped up your anxiety back in the 80s and 90s, thinking that like the boogeyman was real and he really was going to snatch you off the street or snatch you from your house and stuff like that.
My one thing that always terrified me when I was growing up was the razor blade in an apple or razor blade in candy.
Oh yeah, you always heard about there
and
being
it's
something in
allergies.
candy.
I'm allergic to cats.
You had to like supposedly
There's
look
cats here.
over. Ours wasn't razor blades and candy. Ours was looking at all your candy to see if it looked like there was any punctures because of needles injecting drugs or what have you into it. Not like, doping up kids, but like poison, like needle marks for people putting poison in candy or something like that. I don't know.
Mark Kirkman, welcome back. Hey, Michael and Jessica. Sorry I've been away. I've noticed
hi.
you've been
Thank
away.
You so much.
Work is crazy, but I love your content as usual. I'm just here to hang out tonight. You know what, Mark? Thank you. Tip 666. Thank you for being here, man. I know a lot's been going on. Thanksgiving, the world. But you just being here and saying hello, it's phenomenal. Boo.
That's really messed up, Michelle. I totally called the cops.
Wait, what happened with Michelle?
Her daughter has a stalker. I had a stalker when I
Oh.
was a teenager too. Teenager, early 20s. And it was really freaky, you know, especially when like you're hanging out at your grandma's house who lives in the middle of nowhere and some strange man calls up her number looking for you by name. Like it.
Well, that and, you know, the thing about it like this, I mean, by no means are we a big YouTube channel. By no means
We're
are
babies.
we internationally known. I mean, there's a lot of people across
Only
the
if you're
pond that knows
weird.
us, right? But we're not like, you know, big people or anything. I'm not saying that we're big in any way, shape, or form. And we just do what we love, and you guys enjoy what we love, and we love hanging out with you guys. We love sharing and talking with you guys. But we've had a few crazy things happen to us that really kind of make you wonder. Stalker-esque. We've gotten messages or phone calls or FaceTimes from people that are unwanted, and you just kind of got to do the whole ignore thing.
Once you start putting yourself into the public eye, just like anybody, people, you know, get curious and they look up your private information and then they try to contact you and
Thank
then they
you,
don't get
Robert.
a response. So then they try to contact you a lot and then the brain becomes obsessive. And
Yeah.
at some point that can be dangerous. We haven't had to thankfully experience that yet, but we have experienced some unwanted attention and some invasions of privacy.
So how's
Yeah.
it coming?
We do what we can.
Fine.
I really appreciate everything that we do. Well, you know, you guys, all the love that we receive from you guys, and we always try to be here as much as possible. Sometimes we just can't get back to you. We try really, really hard.
I used to try, I would spend full days just trying to reply to comments on YouTube only. I would not touch any other social platform because it took me that long trying to get back to recent comments, not comments made on past videos, nothing that was older than like a week. And I would try to get back to everybody as much as possible, even if it was just leaving an emoji or something. And
The swan.
the swan.
The swan days.
And it literally, it's exhausting. It would, so Michael would go to work and I'd start on the social media and I would still be doing it by the time he came home. And sometimes he works 12-hour days. And I'm sorry, I love you guys, but that is just too much for me to take on. And I get, like I said, I get overwhelmed really easy, especially if I have other things that I want to do. I know I'm Mother Swan.
But no,
And,
but the swan is being held for review. The classically deceased. I approved your comment,
Yeah.
but for some reason, the swan was being held for review.
Yeah, it is so hard to get back to comments. And we love you guys so much. But that's why we do these Saturday night hangouts, so that you guys can actually come and talk to us and we can answer questions you have or see the comments that you wanted to see, but we haven't been able to see it because it was under a video, you know. That this is kind of our way of being able to answer things from social media without actually having to go through all and do that, you know.
And
We want to hang out with you.
I don't think that we don't try. I mean, we try to respond. We try to comment. So we do. It
Yeah.
just, it doesn't seem like it because there's so much, but we do.
There is
And
so
we know
much
this,
that I
and we
don't
see it.
see. Like, I know that I see a lot of stuff, and I know there's so much that I don't see.
I like how it says Scott S.H. lost a piece of movie history today.
Dude, I'm
Scott-
so upset. I am so upset.
Yeah, we are so upset. You sent us the picture, and we felt the pain in that. I wish that, I don't know. I wish it didn't end up that way.
Like, I'm getting mad again. Like,
Yeah.
really, really angry. Like, I want to focus my energy on somebody and be like,
Oh shoot,
you know, but
Scott, you didn't see this, and I'm gonna bring it out again. This is the third time I sent Scott. Maybe this will make you happy. Maybe this will make you happy. I don't know. I sent Scott a picture of the creature from the Black Lagoon, You still there, Scott?
Where's Vicky?
I might as well just keep him out. Scott, no, don't be sad, man.
Oh, honey buns.
It's the Halloween 2 mask with the bleeding eyes.
He's crying for you.
He's crying. Michael is crying for you, Scott.
His tears of blood because of what happened today. Like, my blood pressure is high, Scott. Like, my blood pressure is really high. Like, I'm really upset.
This is the end of Halloween 2.
You have her own fuel now from the corn.
Did you ever notice that Michael Myers mask, like his hair is
The hair
just
is
always
weird.
like wonky in some way, shape, or form?
The hair is really weird. Like, I want to know
This is the one of the coolest Michael
Why?
Myers masks.
why
Right?
do they pick that kind of hair to put on it?
I want
On
the
purpose.
Ben Tramer mask where it's blonde,
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
but ain't gonna happen.
Why?
At least not now.
Is
I
that
don't
hard
know.
to find?
I think it's. I don't know. I've never really seen it
Did
in
Trick or Treat
person.
Studios make one?
I think they did. I don't know if they sell it anymore.
Wait, we saw one at Great Face, didn't we?
Mm-mm.
He didn't have one?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
What?
You showed me one. I know you did.
I showed you a picture of the Ben Tramer one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see the Mariah Carey.
We're sad for you. Yeah, I don't see the Mariah Carey
Oh,
either.
if you open up his face, like open up his jawbones, I see it. That's messed up, man. That's messed up. That's really messed up. It's okay. It's a private story that we're sharing with somebody who's present.
Yeah.
It's not something that I'm going to go into detail on, but we're having a moment together.
Michael and Jessica, what is your favorite action movie? I would love to have you on the Adrenaline Cinema podcast. Trust me, this will be an action, adventure, and thriller podcast. Whew.
Okay, so I
Well-
watch a lot of action movies. I watch a lot of sci-fi.
Well, okay, so here's
If you
my
give me
thing,
a
right?
list to pick from, I can give you a better answer. I can't I don't have like favorites because I love cinema. I watch as much as possible. Nothing. I probably do have a favorite somewhere, but pick me 5 and I'll pick one out of there.
And I'm going to say this, Mark. Okay. You know how in horror they have...
Look, it's the May Queen.
In horror, they have supernatural horror movies. They have ghost, they have slasher horror movies. They have monster horror movies. When it comes to action movies, can we break it down like that? Because what I think of an action movie isn't like,
That's hard.
right? So like,
That's why I'm like, give me a list and I'll tell you which one I like out of that list. But that's like asking me what my favorite horror movie is. I can never answer that.
right? It's hard. Because Die Hard technically is an action movie, right?
Yes, Die Hard is an action
Okay.
movie. Absolutely, yes.
I like the Die Hard movies, but I'm a big fan of, I'm going to say like the 70s, 80s action flicks.
Yeah.
So for instance, like, maybe they're considered more of a thriller. Would the Dirty Harry movies be more thriller?
No, that's
Action?
That's
That's action? Then
Yeah.
I'm going to say the Dirty Harry movies. I like the Dirty Harry. I'm a big Clint Eastwood fan. I love Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, that's definitely. I would consider it action because it's
Yeah,
also
Dirty
considered
Harry.
dramas, like action drama.
Yeah, like the first Dirty Harry movie. Oh my God. I love that movie. In fact, I would love to visit the filming locations when we're in San Francisco.
Okay, I feel really bad, but I only know Die Hard. I can't remember Commando, Red Heat, Dirty Harry, or Magnum Force.
Or Jean-Claude Van Damme. Bloodsport.
Blade 2 is considered action? I like
It's an
Blade.
action horror film.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dirty Harry. I'm going to go with Dirty Harry.
Michael loves the Scream franchise. I thought it was cool, but he loves it.
Scream. Hell yeah.
What do you mean, as it is written? Written where?
like, sometimes I feel like even though I have a great interest in everything, I realize that because of, I don't know if I want to call it mental illness, but because of the things that I've struggled with since I was really, really young, which is manic depression, manic anxiety, and things like that, I am aware sometimes that I have trouble responding with interest or emotion to a lot of things. And as much as like he'll say, I love Scream, I'm like, yeah, it's cool. Like, I liked it, but I can't, like, you know, but the things that do get reactions like that out of me, like, you'll know it, you know, like, I'll mention it a lot or something like that. But I think sometimes I just have like trouble connecting to that passion part of my brain. So it's not that it's not a good film, but like, I'm just like, yeah, it's cool. Like, that was a good one. Like, yeah, I liked it, you know, but my brain's not going, that's amazing. And sometimes I feel like I'm missing out because of that. Especially like the level you have for a lot of really terrible movies.
I have a major devotion to terrible movies. I would love to. So, Mark, I would love to just have you both on at the same time, think about it, and get back to me.
Like,
just love on the podcast because
how
I love you both.
excited you've gotten for some of the movies.
I say let's
then
do it, Mark.
Your excitement would get me excited, and then you'd put the movie on, and I'd be like, what is this crap? And I would just look at him and be like, honey, I love you, but you have the worst taste in movies.
Well, Outlander! There are some, I'm not going to lie, there are some things that, there's not many, but there are some things that you'll say that you don't like, and I'm like, oh, Sue, what?
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of like taken back,
that
right?
you don't
Exactly, and I
you
feel
don't
the
like
same way.
sci-fi, and I love sci-fi.
I like sci-fi to an extent.
I love sci-fi. You like sci-fi. I love horror, but we don't have like, we don't love the same horror. I mean, we love it, but not like every single title.
I can't get over it. I'm so sorry, Scott.
Dude.
Like, I see you up there, and thank you so much for the super chat, Scott. It means the world, and I was so excited to send you what we sent you, and
like, I was so particular about wrapping it and padding it, and I kept bothering Michael all day because, like, I just had a bad feeling. Like,
well, because it's like, it's a one of a kind thing that was
can't be
completely irreplaceable, and to no fault of ours, to no fault of Scott, to the mail service, they royally, sorry for the French, fucked it.
Yeah.
But we can't.
And I feel like when you write fragile on something, especially if you write it big, I always get a little nervous, like, drawing attention to it, because I feel like they're gonna fuck with it more.
Next time we should just write, throw me against the wall.
It's not like I sent it to like a really far distance. It was like 2 states away.
Yeah.
And it got that fucked up. I can't.
The most dangerous thing in this movie is the rope on the wall.
The wall.
We can't talk about it. I'm sorry, Zen Hacker. Everybody else can't mention what we sent.
No.
Don't.
All I can say is that was a piece of movie memorabilia that was a one-of-a-kind piece.
Yeah.
And priceless.
Hey, mister. I know he's high, but we gotta hurry.
Who are you?
Joe, come on. Stop asking questions.
And the only reason I used the post office, and I debated this for like a full fucking day, was because I've seen a lot of footage, like Ring footage, you know, those door cameras, of like UPS and FedEx workers like just eating boxes from like from like 20 feet away from a porch, and just like tossing it. Big boxes, small boxes, fragile boxes, and all this stuff. And people, ordering stuff from Amazon and their thing being broken inside because these workers would just throw the box or toss them. They'd be standing, and instead of bending down and placing the box on the ground, they just bump it, and so I was like, well, I shipped a lot of fragile things through the post office, and all of it has survived. I've never had an issue. So I thought that was a safer bet. I don't think any of them would have been a safer bet. I think they're all pieces of shit.
Who are Isaac and Malachi?
All right, so Mark, grimlifecollective.com. Let's take this chat about the podcast to grimlifecollective.com, contact, send a message, and we'll open up an email and talk more about it. So that'd be interesting. I'd be down for that.
The point of it is not whether or not it was insured. It was a priceless, one of a kind. I like literally one of a kind.
Yeah.
Cannot be replaced. It automatically was insured because everything I do is always tracked. Insurance is not even the point.
No, he must be taken without him. He cannot remove him from this place. It is holy.
We will bring the Lord two by using one.
Not blaspheme, Malachi. You know not the laws. Teach them only to you.
I think not, Isaac. You are the one who's lost favor with him. He's the God of blood and sacrifice, not ceremony.
Ah, Sacrilege! Down on your knees, heretic!
Shut your mouth.
Have a good night, Amy. Thank you for joining us.
You who walk
Sleep well. Till next week.
Just sit there. Seize him. Punish him. Cut him down. I command you.
Nobody likes a mouthy little bitch.
Right? Grow some hair. So Amy, if you're still here,
God,
between
where are
tonight
you?
and next Saturday night, we should have at least 2 videos coming out. A big one and a small one. So be on the lookout for that.
No. You will punish the John of hell will devour you. All of you. No.
I mean, that's who you worship, so why wouldn't you want them to? Right?
Why? What happened to him?
He got away.
Drugs. Drugs.
Drugs?
Drugs.
What?
It's a TikTok thing. Give me a drink.
I am like not good with the lingo. Yeetin'. I'm gonna yeet this.
It means to throw something. like you wanting to knock ice cream out of people's hands is like practically making them eat it.
So I gotta tell you about this weird obsession, this fantasy that I have. You ready? Grim Life Collective. Fantasy time.
That was just spit.
All right. So walking through Walt Disney World, there's this wonderful little thing. Well, what's it called? Where the Sunshine Terrace? No. The Aloha Pavilion. So in Walt Disney World, you can get Dole Whip, right? Which is like this big thing that if you go to Walt Disney World, you have to get Dole Whip. If you've been to Walt Disney World, you've had Dole Whip.
And you know how fast it melts.
Right? So you eat it really quickly. Everybody gets it. My screwed up brain
it's pineapple ice cream.
Wants to someday, to just smack it out of somebody's hand, right? Now think about this, right? Now picture this. You're standing behind somebody. They're standing in front of you at the counter. They're getting their Dole Whip. They're happy.
And it's like this prized possession.
Right?
I got a Dole Whip.
They're in that.
It's a whole thing.
Most happiest place on earth.
Yeah.
They're turning. And they're just excited. They're at the vacation of their life, and they turn and they see me, and without even realizing it, I'm like a cat knocking over a glass of water, right? That's the kind of a-hole I want to be. Can't bring myself to do it, but in my mind, I'm like, hell yeah, knocking them all over, right? We're in Walt Disney World the other day. We're walking towards the Dole Whip place, and this woman has a lunch tray. Obviously, she was getting Dole Whip for her family.
Mm-hmm.
She turns, she's walking straight towards me with a lunch tray with 5 perfectly proportioned Dole Whips on it. And I'm just fighting the urge. Because in my head, I've done it 5 times in the amount of time that it's taken for her to walk towards me. I'm just smacking it, and these Dole Whips go flying. I didn't do it. But I wanted to so badly.
Did we get to see the monster in this?
No.
Sort of.
Well, I think you kind of do.
I just want to see the monster at this point. It's Pumpkinhead.
I'm the Dole Whip killer.
I have actually told him that I will buy a Dole Whip and have a scene set up where he can smack it out of my hand.
The Dole Whip
And we
challenge.
can film it and then tell everybody around us that this is a prank, this is a setup. We will clean it up ourselves. Don't worry, because somebody would lose their mind.
Oh my God!
You'd have to almost find like an isolated area where nobody was, just you wouldn't freak people out.
Can you imagine
But
that video?
Because if for you to get your enjoyment, you would really have to hit it, and that thing would go flying.
Oh yeah,
It's not something.
It'd be phenomenal.
So there's a place in Florida called Tasty Treats. It's these little drive up to ice cream islands, I call them, because it's usually in the shape of a giant ice cream cone. They're called Tasty Treats. You can actually get Dole Whip from them. It's not called a Dole Whip, it's called something else, because Dole Whip is actually from Dole, the fruit canned people. But it's basically the same thing, even tastes like almost like the same thing, except the ones at Disney are actually better. One of these days, I think we're just gonna have to go get some from there and go somewhere privately. People would lose their minds.
Right?
Yeah.
I like that. Can you imagine? So everybody. So yes, we love going to the theme parks. Yes, we go and we film in the theme parks. And again, Jessica and I talk a lot. The majority of the people who watch our channel, like you guys, want to see the filming locations and horror and true crime.
There it is. Wait, it's in the sand?
So it's like Tremors. So
Well, I'm disappointed.
anytime usually whenever we do a theme park video, it's for a specific reason, like an opening of something or saying goodbye to something or an event that's happening. But we can't bring ourselves to go to a theme park and just film, hey, a fun day at this place. It's just not us. So can you imagine if we did a video where it was like, all right, Dole Whip challenge, and we just sit there and do knock as many Dole Whips out of people's hands as we can until we get kicked out.
It would never happen. Oh, well, this is interesting. I do not remember that at all. Oh, yeet!
Spin yeeted. Nightmare on Yeet Street.
Oh my god.
Mickey, get out of here. What, your parents, huh? Was it? Just because some self-proclaimed holy man...
I don't remember this movie at all. I know I've seen it. I had to have seen it.
What kind of a God tells his children to kill their parents, huh? Answer me that, buddy. You heard that before, Isaac?
I love Dole Whip.
I can't believe you're this blind.
And you've been listening to these holy rollers so long. It's all starting to sound the same. Well, it's not. Any relation...
Oh, Michael Wilson. Ugh. How do you think Michael Myers escaped the burning basement in Halloween 2018?
There's some theories on that.
Yeah, there's a lot of videos online where people are talking about just that. And I'm going to have to say I agree with them. And no, Michael Myers isn't dead yet. I hear they're going to film another Austin Powers movie. Tramp
Oh,
stamp.
I get it.
Tramp stamp. 1:16. No, I'm sorry, 1:17. 1 hour 17 minutes. She took my cat. She ain't coming back. Hey Jane, let me off this crazy thing called love. Boom, 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 boom.
I don't think so. Yeah! Stop him! Yeah!
Oh shit.
Yeah, here we go. Right? Max Headroom wants you. Darn right, Jason. I'm actually a big fan of So I Married an Axe Murderer.
I've never had dipping dots, but I don't eat ice cream very much. Yeah, Malachi always does sound like a scary kind of name.
Johnny, get some happiness to our stores, quick! I don't know. I know what it was, I can tell you.
We left behind the road. What if we try to run for it? Make it to the road.
I think we're safe for here for now.
But I don't want to just like get dipping dots. I want to get dipping dots from like one of those big ass machines though, because that just looks cool. I don't want somebody to serve it to me out of like those cute little freezers. You know, I want to get one from those massive looking machines because that just looks like fun.
What did he do?
Officer Hotchkiss, I told you. He came down here after he talked to the minister. He was reading a page toward out of the Bible. And he was working with the still.
Why was he reading out of the Bible? What was it, you know? You have it? Well, hurry up, where is it? And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. What's that supposed to be? Joe, what was the blue man doing still?
He hooked a hold of to it and was trying to roll it out.
What stopped him?
I just love reading the things that you guys write.
He was gonna burn the field.
Oh, yes, the gasohol. The still. Never mind. You can't give me as many hoses as you can find. Quick!
All right, Richard Thomas. I am not gonna lie. Richard Thomas says, "I hope you guys like burgers." What's a burger? Never had one before in my life. California are well known
California has your favorite burger
for
place.
burgers.
Yeah.
I love, and I'm sorry, it's very cliche, I guess you could say, but they're they're really good. I love In-N-Out Burger. That's it. I do.
He even has one of the little hats. He has a shirt.
Yeah, I got like
We
the
bought a
shirts.
shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our next bucket list is to get you a shirt from not Santa Clara.
Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
Michael loves Santa Cruz and he wants to get one of their Santa Cruz shirts. I didn't really care for Whataburger, but I really did like In-N-Out burgers.
Okay, be careful. Not. It's like, what do you want to do for dinner tonight? Oh, In-N-Out Burger. No, we're not really big fast food people, so we wouldn't be eating there all the time. But occasionally,
I mean, I've gotten so used to it. We've gotten chubby during quarantine. Let me tell you, I've gone up like 2 clothing sizes. Like none of my clothes fit anymore. It's like depressing.
In-N-Out as like cafeteria burgers. Well, then you know what, Daniel? I love cafeteria burgers.
No, In-N-Out burgers are actually fresh. Like they make it right there in front of you.
A
You
lot
can see
cleaner
them
than
actually,
anything
like,
I've ever been.
it tasted so clean. It did. It just tasted so very clean, not greasy, not like it's been frozen. 'Cause it hasn't been frozen, and you watch them make the fries right there, not frozen either. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's right, because they opened one in Texas recently. People waited for 3 hours here in Texas.
Yeah, when I go to like Burger King, I get the Impossible Burger because I like veggie burgers.
We don't do Five Guys. Tell them why we don't do Five Guys.
Because their prices are astronomical and it's not worth it. I mean, it's delicious. It's really good, but
Yeah, we've had them.
like practically $50 for 2 people.
I think the last time that I had Five Guys is whenever we were living in Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah, because you got your hair done that day.
Yeah.
And it was like next door, and we're like, you know what? Let's just treat ourselves. You know, like we need to pick me up.
Vampires are your friend.
It was really expensive.
There's a place down here, Vampires Are Your Friend. Freddy's Custard Stand? I think it's what it is. They have some burgers. There's one down here that we came across. We ate there once.
Yeah,
Very
smash burgers
greasy.
are expensive too and really overrated. We didn't like smash burgers here.
So like Johnny Rockets. Like I love Johnny Rockets. Is another place of mine.
Good.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
It's a very clean, very nice atmosphere. I like that kind of thing. Same thing. Like I don't know. I like the simplicity of it. Burger and fries. Burger and fries.
You know, no, Oscar, I went to Wahlburgers once because I happened to be in the downtown area here, and that's where they had one. And, you know, we were really excited. It was me and my family who were all like big burger people. And we'd heard about it, you know, and so we got really excited, and it was extremely underwhelming. There was no flavor at all. It was just like a basic ass burger. There's nothing special about it whatsoever.
Oddly enough, Jessica and I are planning that whenever we're out in California, we're going to be doing a lot of hiking. We're going to be doing a lot of filming, a lot of traveling, but we're also going to be doing a lot of exercising. We want to take advantage of like the Griffith Park area and just hiking in general.
Yeah.
Being outdoorsy.
Because, like, I used to be really athletic in my 20s and my teens. I used to be a runner, but that was before I started having all these heart. I mean, like, I had issues with my heart when I was younger, too, but it wasn't as bad as it is now. I think I have, like, onset heart disease. And I can't do exercises like I used to, so I'm steadily gaining weight, and I'm feeling really sick, and I try to do exercises, and the exercises make me feel sick. So, like, when I do a lot of hiking, some natural stuff that doesn't, like, wear my body out.
Red Robin burgers are really good. Red Robin is one of those places, in my opinion, that it's like they got the specialty burgers. Like, there's the Hard Rock Cafe. They have the specialty burgers. There's a place in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I don't know if it's still there. It's called Burgatory.
Yeah, I've heard it.
They had pretty decent burgers, and I think that was probably one of the first few places that really turned me on to gourmet burgers. But still, like In-N-Out, I crave it. I want it. The Witch.
I can't think of any place
Double
where
Witch.
I'd be like, oh yeah, that was like an amazing burger that I would go back for every time because it has like a specific taste.
Paul Stevens, when you're in LA, film the Manson family sites. We will.
Aside from places like,
Also, if you haven't seen it, Paul Stevens, do a search on our channel for the Manson family caves. We were there last time we went
can't remember.
and visited. I do, Michael. I do like Rob Zombie's Halloween movies. I think everybody does in some way, whether they agree with it or not. Rob Zombie's Halloween movies, I do like them. They are a little too, I'm not going to say violent. I don't want it to sound like that. I like my Michael Myers a little bit more subdued, a little bit more stealthy, a little bit more quiet, and you don't know what the hell's going to happen. I felt like Michael Myers in Rob Zombie's movies were a little too overly
Violent.
overly brutal, I guess you could say. I mean, I like them as they are.
Like violence for shock's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, thank you, Ruth.
masked man walking around killing people with a knife. That's pretty violent, right? But do you know what I mean? Like,
No, I mean, yeah, like,
yeah, and Michael Myers, and like in Rob Zombie's movies, he was this overpowering giant. Like he was a giant, and I like him just like your average Joe.
I mean, he's a little bit bigger. Obviously, he has to be, you know, like the people who play him in real life have to be tall because it's, you know, has to be an imposing figure from far away.
Yeah.
So when you think about him, like, yeah, he's an average dude, but an average dude can be really tall. You're 6'2". You know, so
6'2.5". Thank you. No,
it's not that on average for a guy just to be tall and stocky and be really imposing.
And again, I keep saying this throughout the entire night, but we were talking about just the same thing the other day about how Halloween 78 is it's an event.
Yeah.
You got to sit down and you got to watch it from beginning to end. You have to prepare for it.
The original score, you know, and the way that things were filmed. It's the texture of the film, the quality of the film, you know, the way everything was. It's the equipment that was used is so nostalgic. You know, you can't get that nowadays. Even though they can replicate it, it's not the same.
Mm-hmm. And then
I love movies that replicate 70s feeling, but it's not the same.
But then Halloween 2, which was a brilliant movie, completely different, I guess you would say, than 78. And
Hi, Argentina.
but still great.
Favorite Dracula movies? Bram Stoker's Dracula, Francis Ford Coppola will always and forever be my Dracula #1. Now, I don't count the classic monsters because classic monsters are classic monsters. It's already in their title. So favorite Dracula movie for me outside of classic monsters will always be Bram Stoker's Dracula. Always, always, always.
Favorite Dracula for me? Oh man.
Probably Bela Lugosi.
Well, it's still a classic monster, but still, yeah. I'd have to say.
But classic monsters are a given.
Okay, so take that one off. I'm just gonna say Lost Boys.
That's Boys. Not Dracula. It's a vampire.
It's a vampire movie.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're gonna go with strictly Dracula.
Yeah.
Dracula. I'm going to say Dracula Dead and Loving It because that's amazing.
It is amazing. It is so good.
I was having a daymare.
That's always a good one.
And no, bro, yeah. Oh God, dang it.
And if you're gonna start asking favorite vampire movie outside of Dracula, it's probably always gonna be Bram Stoker's Dracula. Like, I'm obsessed with that movie. I collect everything possible from that film. I got 2 movies that I go crazy for with memorabilia: Bram Stoker's Dracula and The Dark Crystal.
You know what I want to watch that I haven't seen in a long time?
I got 3 movies that I go crazy for.
I can't remember the last time that I've seen it, that if I were to watch it...
Near Dark, he loves Near Dark.
Oh, I love Near Dark.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You know how, like...
No, I love it first part. I love it.
You've seen a movie, you know the movie, but it's been so long that you cannot remember a single thing about the movie?
No, I love Interview with a Vampire. I do. That's me with, like, everything. Like
Vampire in Brooklyn.
I remember a little bit. I don't
remember a single thing about that movie at all.
I do. It's been a while, but I remember some of it because it's Angela Bassett. Oh, that woman is hot. I love the vampire comedies from the 80s and 90s. They were just so good. Jude Law had a vampire film? When was he a vampire? I don't remember him being a vampire. Vampires versus the Bronx was actually fun. Yeah, I really thought it was going to be cheesy as heckins.
Wait, what is Bram Stoker's Dracula on the Sega Genesis? Did they have a game?
Oh, yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they had a couple games. Well, they had on different systems. Yeah. Oh,
Hellraiser or
It
Nightbreed?
was terrible, of course, like everything.
Jessica's going to say
terrible.
Nightbreed. I'm going to say Hellraiser.
If I had to choose, is that the question?
Yeah, somebody said Hellraiser or Nightbreed.
Nightbreed.
Yeah, Jessica's Nightbreed. I'm 100% Hellraiser.
Mm-hmm. I love Hellraiser. How I do. I love Hellraiser, but Nightbreed is...
Oh, look what's starting. Halloween 4. Oh, it's the end of the movie. Look at that. We got lost. Halloween 4 is starting. We did that a while ago.
You know...
Go ahead.
You amped me up so much for Halloween 4 and 5 because you love What's Her Face. And I was really excited because I don't love Halloween 3 as much as you do. I like it. I like the whole Clover, Silver Shamrock.
Halloween 3.
Like, I like...
Season of the Witch.
I don't like everything about it, but I'm doing it.
I don't know why. Let's back up.
Doing it.
Move forward. There we go. Boo, we're back. Daniel, have a good night. We're going to have to get off here as well.
I was so disappointed by 4 and 5 because I wanted more of Mikey. And you don't really see him, do you?
No.
Hmm.
All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us for another Saturday night of Grim.
So, my favorite Halloween is
Up
always
all
going to
night.
be the first one.
All right.
I had to say it real quick.
It's but we do have to run.
I know.
So you guys have a good evening. Typically at this time of night, I say TTFN. Jessica has something new to say that she told me at Disney the other day. What was it?
I have no idea. Oh, I do remember. Really quickly, Purple Muppet, we do not have a ship time yet for the shirts. The order is submitted because of the holiday. It's going to be probably a little bit delayed. We do not have an estimation of when they will be shipped, but we will keep you guys updated as much as we humanly can.
Yeah. And trust me, as soon as we get them in hand, we're going to be making a post about it. So watch us on social media.
We'll probably be filming, picking them up. You know what I mean? Like, we'll make a whole thing about it.
We're not going to be sitting on them. As soon as they come in, they're going to be sending out. We're just waiting for them to get here. And then, bam.
Yeah. When they let us know we can come pick them up, y'all going to know it.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Until next week,
Happy
be
Halloween.
safe and all that jazz. Boo. Boo.